Actual play stories are all scripted. It's not even like a real TTRPG. No, they're not. Think about how long it takes to write a script. A script for a movie, a script for a show, even if you're thinking of just somebody writing a script for like a 20-minute episode of a show, that takes a long time. You think they're able to write these entire scripts this long? No, but there is a lot more planning. When you're telling an actual play story, there's a lot of people who are sitting down at the table and you have an understanding of what you're going for, right? You have a general understanding of like the story you want to tell, the campaign you want to complete, much like when you're playing a regular TTRPG game, except you have story beats that you kind of want to hit. Maybe you'll have more of a discussion with your GM. Hey, I really want to do this with my character, which you can do in regular games. But with an actual play, there is more of a focus of we want to have more of these exciting scenes, these bigger moments, because if it's all very quiet, if it's all a little boring, then it's hard for people to listen to. There has to be engaging moments or else the show can feel very slow and you lose a lot of listeners. Now, different groups do different things. Let's go with me, for example. I will sit down and say, hey, we're going to do some shopping today and then probably move forward to go fight in the Coliseum. But really, if the players decide, I'm not going shopping, I'm not going to the Coliseum, that would be okay. I could shift the story because, like any other GM, you have to roll with the punches that your players are throwing at you in an actual play. But for the most part, generally, when you have an idea of what you want to get out of a session or what you want to do, and the discussion is had, usually people will focus on it. But we all like throwing in monkey wrenches, and honestly, the campaign that I wrote up at the very beginning of an actual play is nothing like the campaign that I have at the very end. You're constantly adjusting it, constantly adjusting the whole storyboard process. Honestly, I run a lot of my regular tabletop games like this, and people have a blast, so it's not too different from how you do TTRPGs. The only difference is there's a bit more planning to try to have audience engagement and audience being excited about the story, rather with your own home TTRPG, you could literally have them sit in the table, sit at a tavern for 3 sessions, and it would be okay, because as long as the player's having fun, what's it really matter? But you don't have to really worry about an audience. So with an actual play, do you script the whole thing? It would be impossible. Do things constantly change? Of course, you're playing a TTRPG. That's what the whole thing is. Do you focus more on making sure that an audience can be engaged and excited with your story rather than just, having your basic TTRPG story? Yes, that is something you have to keep in the back of your head whenever you're running an actual play. I'm sure there's some folks out there who run actual plays who would disagree with me on this whole topic. Maybe there's some people who completely do script like what they want to do and it's more like an audio drama. Maybe there's some people who say it has to be off the cuff or it doesn't feel authentic. It's really up to the people of what they want to do, but this is just how I run actual plays and how I've seen a lot of other people run them. So I hope this helps give you a little bit more insight in the actual play world.